Shalom, call halal Yahweh Shemir Shabbat Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of the GMS, even the elders that came before them taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that pushing the word of truth and the sincerity of the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the Aquat that are listening and being a pillar of wrestling 144,000, 1/3 the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm a brother / elder. Shalom and salutations to you all. This is the WW3 Daily Update. I'm going to go into the war of public opinion, right? In that at one time everybody was on the side of the small hats and Babylon, right? But now even the Brits, starting with Pierce Morgan, are beginning to change their tune. I mean, you know, the G word, Gen O inside, right? Revelation 17:16, and the 10 horns, which is the EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, thee shall hate the whore, which is Babylon, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. They're going to shoot them missiles, right? Now, I'm not quite sure that England is included in the EU. I know that they seceded, or, you know, I'm not quite sure what's going on over there, but everybody is going to fire their missiles, right, on Babylon the Great, including England, eventually. So that's the point. But because everybody, let's get one more. Have laid a wound under. That's Obadiah, yeah? Obadiah 1. Have laid a wound under thee. All the men, Obadiah 1 and 7, all your allies are not England allies with the U.S., are not England allied with Israel at the moment. All your allies will force you to the border. Your friends will deceive and overpower you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you, but you will not detect it. Where's that word ambush? Prevailed. Trusted friends will set traps. Where's that word ambush? Prevailed, deceive, overpower, trap. Where's that word ambush? Lay a trap, lay a wound, deceive, overpower, ambush. They who eat that bread will set an ambush for you. Well, see if we can see early signs of the ambush. Pierce. Okay, so this is Secular Talk with your boy, Kyle Kalinsky. Pierce Morgan shocks Mehdi Hassan, admits defeat on Gaza. So Pierce was with, he was rooting for, he was making excuses for Israel. Oh, well, yeah, well, they have the right to defend it. They're going to explain it. Now he done flipped because it just got too bad. The carnage got too bad. And everybody's like this, look, we can't roll with you small heads. You guys are proven to be the devil. This was 30 minutes ago, Secular Talk. Take it away, Kyle.
Welcome, everybody, Crystal Kyle and friends. Today we're talking to returning champion Omar Badar. I always used to say Badr, but I believe it's Badar. But that could also be wrong. So I'm trying my best here. That's all I can say.
Sometimes try my best. You get something in your head and it's kind of like ossified in there.
Oh
it's
my
hard
God.
To change, you know?
Me with names, that I got no more space up here. You know, you meet somebody new and I'm like, I still don't know your name and you just said it, you know?
Yeah, I'm terrible with that too.
But
and also,
anyway.
A lot of people will be like, oh, but I'm good with faces. I'm like, no, I'm bad with this too.
Yeah, my brain is full, bro.
Like I'm bad with all of it.
There's no space left.
It's not
up there.
personal. It's just my own brain failure.
Totally. Yes. Yeah, same. So between the two of us, we have one brain, apparently. So anyway, we're going to be talking quite a bit about all the updates about what's going on in Gaza. I think it's fair to say that the world outside of the U.S. and Israel, the world is kind of coming to terms with what's actually happening. Took long enough,
Yeah.
but they're kind of, you're seeing some interesting breaks from orthodoxy from many European countries. There were a bunch of ambassadors who just got shot at by the IDF, and that made a lot of countries go, whoa, hold on. You guys are psychos.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they follow through on it. I'm still kind of skeptical on that front, but we'll talk to Omar about that, all the updates on the ground, the starvation campaign,
Yeah.
all that horrific stuff, witnessing a final solution in real time. But before we get to that, we have, so Piers Morgan, he's been big on talking about this issue, and for a long time, he played this like enlightened centrist role where he'd be like, I'm sort of in the middle between the pro-Palestine people and pro-Israel people, and well, gosh golly, what was Israel supposed to do? They have a duty to respond.
I mean, his classic was, do you condemn
Right.
Hamas?
Do you condemn
that
Hamas?
was the classic.
Every guest would be asked that, but no guest would ever be asked, do you condemn Israel?
Mm-hmm.
After they do some, mass atrocity at a shelter or something, But it appears like what's been happening within the past couple of weeks maybe made him change his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's finally saying things that I think are more accurate. So let's take a look at that.
You and I have talked about this war in Gaza for ever since it started, this phase of the 75-year conflict. And I have resisted going as far as you have done in your criticism of the Israeli government. I resist no more. I think we've reached common ground about what we view is happening and has been happening through this period of this blockade, which frankly is just starvation of the people there, including so many innocent young women and children.
What about genocide, buddy? Why don't you come with it?
And I think that the incessant bombing and killing, and we don't know how many civilians have been killed, but it is on a daily basis. It looks like hundreds of people every day, with no apparent attempt, it seems to me, to have any real plan for how this ends or what happens when it ends, other than if you look at what Smodrich has been saying, probably the most right-wing member of a very right-wing government, he is talking in a genocidal language about kicking all the Palestinians out. So
he didn't in a general. He's being very, very parsing, right? That's called being parsimonious.
I think you and I have reached a place in the last few weeks where we are in agreement.
Yeah. It's interesting to me that now's the moment. I do feel like there's a kind of a dam breaking. Something, maybe it's the more than 2 months of just complete starvation. Maybe it's the bombing of the rubble and the just absolute, slaughterhouse that Israel has perpetrated in Gaza over the past number of days. I think there's starting to be a very belated reckoning with like, oh shit, how is history going to look at this? And how are my actions and comments going to be judged in the light?
Well, let's just go back to 45. See how that one went. Just whoever sits down with a pen and paper and can say whatever the fuck they want to, right? Say what is and what is not a crime, who's guilty and who is not, right? Who's a pariah, and don't trust anything that they say, right? Or that's anti-Semitic. Right? So what we should do is go back and look at anything or anybody that was called anti-Semitic. Let's look at it real close and see what's really going on, because that word has been used to cover up a whole lot of what's really going on. Okay? Anyway, what more can they, you're going to have to tell the truth eventually, because you're going to be made to.
History. And Mehdi made a comment after that I thought was, was
Play it.
insightful. He said, I appreciate you saying that. I wish I had been wrong, right? I wish that those of us who have been sounding the alarm from the beginning, people who were even more maximalist, they're the ones who all were.
And Pierce has fucking known this from day one, right? And something happened to him that made him say that. Like his ratings have plummeted and people are, something happened to his bottom line, which is money. The only reason he went against himself, because he knew exactly what he was doing when he was doing that shit 6 months ago or whenever. So anyway, we'll just end it right there, you know. But what do we see? We see the flip-flopping. All the people allied with you will send you to the border. What is it? Will turn against you. What is Pierce doing? He's turning. He's flipping. Okay? That's what we see. Good enough. With that, you know, you're going to see more of that. All right? You're going to see more of it. All right? So, yeah. The tables are turning. Public opinion. Right? It's called the war for public opinion, which is part of World War III. We hope the elect ratify. Shalom.